In our first lesson, we'll discuss the basics. At the foundation, accounting answers this question: what is the value of this business and who contributed to it? In accounting by Abok, we refer to this as the basal guiding question. Usually, the value of the business is a reaction or a result, while the contribution is the action. This means that business value equals to the contribution of value. The act of contributing value builds onto the business's value. Now, what is a business's value? This is the amount in monetary terms that a business can be sold for. What is a contribution of value? This is the act that leads to the increase or decrease in the value of a business. In accounting, assets represent a business's value, while capital and liability represent the contribution of value. Therefore, if business's value is equal to contribution of value, then assets is equal to capital plus liability. So what constitutes contributors of value? While capital and liability are both value contributors, they differ significantly. Capital contributors, aka responsible contributors, don't only contribute in assets, but also make decisions that affect the business's growth in value or assets. Liability contributors, aka privileged contributors, only contribute in assets and are usually paid before capital contributors are paid. For example, assume you want to start the business of selling boiled eggs in the streets of Nairobi. Yule Jamwa Mayai. Our cost breakdown would be trolley, 20,000 Kenya shillings, 2 trays of eggs, 900 shillings, charcoal plus other consumables, 2,100 shillings. The total business assets would be 23,000 Kenya shillings. From the above breakdown, we see that for the business to start, it requires to have assets worth 23,000 Kenya shillings. Contributors of the 23,000 Kenya shillings in value. Our savings for the business is 15,000 Kenya shillings, meaning we have to borrow 8,000 Kenya shillings more to start. Therefore, capital contribution is 15,000 Kenya shillings, and the loan we've taken is 8,000 Kenya shillings. Our total contribution comes to 23,000 Kenya shillings. Post contribution of the 23,000 Kenya shillings, this is how our books would look like. The business's value or assets would be 23,000 Kenya shillings. Capital contribution would be 15,000 Kenya shillings. And liability contribution would be 8,000 Kenya shillings. Therefore, our assets worth 20,000 Kenya shillings will be equal to our capital contribution of 15,000 plus our liability contribution of 8,000. In accounting, this balance is referred to as a balance sheet. In a nutshell, accounting revolves around a balance sheet. A balance sheet generally shows the business's value and who contribute to it. This finalizes our first lesson. In the next lesson, we'll cover business operations. Don't forget to turn on your notification and subscribe to Accounting by Abok. Thank you for staying tuned and see you in the next one.